Hello everybody, this is Rob. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about this Progressive Trance track here from about 4 or 5 years ago. It has a rolling bass line and I want to show you the technique that I used to produce it. So let's have a listen and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so you kind of get the idea there, and then it goes into the breakdown, and then the bass line switches to this sort of drone bass here, and I want to show you that. So let me play that. Big oscillator. I actually use this patch quite a bit. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. It's a really gritty sounding bass. And I'm going to solo that right now so you can hear it. Turn it up here. That's what it consists of right there with the kick. Now it sounds pretty big. Let me show you the sonic profile of that. By the way, there is an off bass here that's playing. All right, now I'm going to get into the layers. The first layer is a basic saw, and it's with massive. I used a sound library. I can't pronounce the guy's name, but he's Armin van Buuren's partner. He came out with a sample pack for Massive, the old Massive, that has over 800 patches. They're absolutely usable, very great, and they're broken down. You can have them either affected or not affected. This is just a patch called Big Fat Saw. And that's what it sounds like. And so on its own, it's just really adding a lot of the grit. And I'll show you where in the spectrum it's hitting. And I've got a low cut on there. It's cutting away everything below, what is it here? About 94 hertz. And then I've got this right here that's cutting away a lot of the high. If you take this away, it's really a raspy sounding patch. So I cut away a lot of that high, and that's what you end up with. And then the next patch is basically a silent initial, just one that I made myself. It's 6 voices. It's a saw with a little bit of detune spread all the way out to the sides on the stereo spread aspect of it. And let me show you the sonic character of that. So it's adding more of the sound out to the edges. It's adding more of a creamy kind of synthy, trancey sound to it. You put them both together and you get a really nice, smooth sounding, but yet really gritty, aggressive sounding bass line. Now on the first saw, I have a sausage fattener also. The second saw, which is this one here, the silent, I've got a camel crusher on there that I have set to annihilate. You can still find the camel crusher too, even though Camel Audio was purchased by Apple. You can still find the camel crusher out there as a download. Just Google it and you'll find it for either Windows or Mac. So let me take the camel crusher off. And I'll A-B it here. It adds a lot of grit, so it's really making a big difference in the sound. And the two together again. Let's turn it up to full volume with the off bass. Now you'll see you're not getting a whole lot up here in the high end because you don't want to be masking all of your other parts, your melodic parts. So the off bass is a mini Moog. I just found a really good patch that had a really good analog sound. Turn these off here. Sounds really analog, sounds really big, provides a really good foundation. All right, so let me get rid of all this here, and then I want to show you something else. I want to show you the MIDI. Okay, let me show you the edit window here. And essentially what we're looking at is got an LFO tool. I'm going to turn it off. And you'll essentially hear what this is. It's just something that I kind of played in and then kind of worked with and kind of lengthened notes and shortened notes. But here's what it is. And so that's basically the sound, the part. But once you add the LFO tool in, and it's the same situation with the other top layer. And here's the setting for the LFO tool. It is basically a sidechain setting that I've modified. You go over here to sidechain, you pick one of these, and you modify it to fit your track. Then you get the bounce. And so all of these things, it's just kind of something that you have to play around with because a lot of it depends on the flow of your track, how you want it to sound, how long your kick is. So you just adjust and you adjust and you polish and you polish till you get it the way you want. It could take up to several hours to maybe even a week or, at least a few days to get something sitting exactly the way you want it. Just part of the give and take and trial and error of producing. And then, so I just wanted to show you this big oscillator, and I use this quite a bit in my productions. It is a stock patch from just an ES2, and I've used this on so many of my tracks out there just for the breakdown, the big drone sounding part. And so for those of you in Logic, just look for this. It's Big Os. I believe it's in Legacy. Under Legacy, let's see. Where is it at here? Big Os. Well, I'll try to find it. Don't have time to do it right now. But it's essentially 3 saw waves that are detuned. If you want to take a screenshot, go ahead and do that, and then you can reproduce it yourself. It's really quite a simple patch. I may do a video on that, reproducing that myself later. And so that's pretty much it. Later on in the track, it breaks into the chord progression. The bass line follows it. And this track also had a Tantra vocal chop track, but the sound got kind of broken over the years. I don't know what happened to the MIDI or the timing, or maybe an update to Tantra. I doubt it. I think I just lost the file or something. But well, anyways, that's about all I've got for you today. And try and find that Camel Crusher. That is a great go-to distortion for a lot of producers out there. So anyhow, thanks for watching. And if you liked this video, hit that like button. And if you'd like to be notified for the next one, hit that subscribe button and the little bell. Thank you very much for watching.